Okay, so today we are going to learn about families. So you all have the idea about dynamic block in AutoCAD. So it's kind of similar how dynamic block work and same like the family work, but it is more advanced and you get all the information related to that family model or that component, all the information you get and all the information is linked with that model, and you can change your model with that information, and you can change your information with your model. So let me tell you that. uh, just a minute. Okay, so we all have placed our wall doors, right? uh, so let me tell you first about the type of Revit families. So we have three different types. The first one is system family, second option is loadable family, and third option is in place family. So the system family is like wall is your system family, stair is your system family. Okay, so there are this kind of system families are there. So these families are those predefined families specific to Revit project, and their parametric, graphical, and documentation requirements already exist, right? They cannot be created externally, or you cannot delete from your Revit, right? You cannot load into, you cannot save it. All right. So that is your system family. It is in that system, in that Revit, you will always get in every project, in every Revit project. Okay. And loadable families. Loadable families you externally create and you load it, okay, into your project, and that can be used in every project. Okay. So for that you can use already existing family template files, so that you can easily create. So we will know it how we can create our loadable families. And these are user defined families built in an editing mode called the family editor. Using family templates, they can be created and loaded into project, as well as you can delete it and save from the project. Okay. And in place families are those user defined families created to represent one of a kind element unique to project. Okay, that is unique to project. And it is kind of similar to system families. You cannot load into, or you cannot save it. All right, but you can use your family editor tools, project into your project. You can use family editor tools. You can assign properties to that, so that you can do. You can like you can say it is uh, user defined, but it is unique to the project. All right. So you can also assign some parameters to this. So you are not working with the existing parameters. You can assign your own parameters with it. So let me show you that. So these wall, you see, wall is a system family, your stair is a system family, and you can say your roof is a system family. So these are your system families. And door, window, column is your loadable family. Your railing is a loadable family. All right. So let me show you in place family. This is where you can create your system, sorry, your in place family. So you can place a component from there. You can go with this place a component. So let's go to level 1. Let's switch to level 1. And if you go to place a component, and you can place some components over there. So this is a disk. So these are your loadable families. Okay, so you can go with this load family. You can see, so this is your loadable family. When you get this option active, that means this is loadable family. Okay, so you can load some families over there, like come to furniture, and there you can like apply this. Okay, and you can change the type if some others listed, so you can change it from here. All right, click on OK, and let's place it over there. So you can change the orientation with spacebar. I'm pressing the spacebar. Okay, so this way you can place some components. Now let me create some. So this section box on. Yeah. So what I'll do is I will create one skirting over there. Okay, with this in place family model in place. So you can choose which category it will be. Okay, so you can make it casework. Uh, it's because you cannot define some category for skirting. So or else you can go with this generic models. Okay, so these also define what kind of parameters you will get after this. So let's go with this, click on OK, and there you can name it like. So naming is important because of this. You cannot change it after this. Okay, so better you go with this. Uh, uh, and it will be, this name will be visible in your schedules. So that's why this naming is needed properly. Go with this, click on OK. I think we can change it. We will look into this name change after this. So you can go with this extrusion or blend or revolve or sweep, whatever, what is this you need. So you can go with this, and according to that, so here you have this family types and the category. You can change it from there also. After this also you can change these things. So let's go with this family parameter, and there you can see these are your existing parameters and you can create new parameters. All right, so let's create first and then we will assign some parameters. Okay, so let's see, we can go with this extrusion option. Okay, so first of all you need to set your work plane. Okay, so you see this is the work plane. Now you can pick a plane, and according to that you will create your profile. So you know the meaning of work plane. I have already told you during the AutoCAD class. So we will set this surface as our work plane. Now we will create our profile. All right, so let's create 100 and 45. Okay, and how much depth it will be to have, so we can change after that also. So let's go with this default option, and there you can see. So you are having this option. Okay, So after this also you can change the profile and you can edit it. Okay, you see the profile has been like this, it has been changed. So here I have created the profile like this way, so that's why it's coming like this. Okay, now let me show you that how we can change it after this also. So we will go with this pick plane and we will change to this surface. Pick a plane, okay, and select this. Delete this first, go for this set, pick a plane, click on OK. Now pick this plane and now we will draw. Let's create from this. Let's check how much it's taking the distance. Okay, so we can change it after this, like give it a 50, enter, and that is done. Now we will make it fix. And how you can increase this extrusion to this end. So for that we have this align option. We'll select this face and then we will select this face. Done. Now what you can do is finish this model. This model is finished and this is the in place model. This is your in place generic model category and this is unique to this project. You cannot have this into another project or you cannot externally insert into another project. So this is unique to this project. It will be present within this project only. You cannot save it externally. Okay, and now you can assign some properties over there. Okay, so for that let's go to this. So here go to edit in place, again come to this edit in place and there you can come to this. Okay, and there you can create some new parameters over there. All right, so we will know this creating parameters and working with parameters better in loadable families. When we will create it externally, there we will know it better. We will more explore this thing there. Now just create one. Let's create with width. Okay, and this will be type parameter. So you already know the difference between type parameter and instance parameter in this previous class. Sorry, in the first class I think I have discussed. So this discipline is common and the type parameter length, and it will come under dimensions. So let's click on OK. And now we have just created the parameter, but we haven't assigned yet. So just click on OK. Now, as because it come under dimensions, so we have to give some dimension parameters over there. Okay. So what you can do is you can go to edit extrusion and there you can give this dimension over there, like give a dimension over there. Okay, so we will not lock it because it should be flexible. We will change it. So now let's assign this one we will assign. So how we can assign? We will select this dimension and there we will give the label, that is width. Okay, now it is assigned. Okay, so now we are having this parameter. Now if I change it, see, Let me change it to 50 to 100. Click on apply. There you can see. So why it's extending to this direction. So you have to be aware while assigning this. Okay, so first, when you are assigning, select this as a first, because this will be taken as a reference and it will be fixed. This line will be fixed because this is the first reference, and second reference will be changed. So this is your second line, and now go with this and change the parameter value. Let's click on 100. Click on apply. Okay, sorry, I haven't labeled this. Just a minute. Let's go with this simple 50, and after this, after placing your dimension, get the label, this parameter, and then after that you can also change it from here, or else you can go to this family type window. Let's change it from here. Okay, so I know what is happening over there. Let me see. So let's see, select this first. Now select this dimension, keep the label, and from here also you can change the value. Both selection, it's going to that direction. I don't know why. Why? Everything is fine with that. So now let me create some reference line for this. So better, it will work fine if I create reference planes. Okay, so I can't even create a reference plane here. Okay, let me see if I can provide this surface to this surface. Let me see. It's still facing over there. I don't know what's the problem for this. Let me place it over there. Let me go with this model in place, and let's go with this casework and squaring 2. Okay, and what we will do is we will assign the work plane. Let's select this as a work plane, and go with this extrusion and just click with this. Now let me change it to 150 or 100 is enough, and for this to give it 50. Okay, and after this you can assign this surface to this surface is 50, place it, and after that we can create new parameter. See, for this casework it is already there, these parameters are already created, so now we don't have to create it, we just have to assign it. So just select it and go to this, you will have this option. Let's go with this. How many dimensions I have created? Apply this dimension, this to this. Okay, now select this one, go with this width. Now let me change the value and let me see if it's working properly or not. Okay, so here also I'm having the same problem. I don't know if even if I select this one.
Selecting it on the opposite side from the
Yeah, I have selected this also from this opposite side, and let me see. It's working same. I don't know why. It's the problem. In general case, I will show you that what I'm saying, that is the real thing. I will show you that also. So this way you can assign it. Okay. Let me create this. Okay.
one side cannot be locked.
Sorry.
One side,
This side you are asking.
no, one side cannot be locked out. Like now it's going inside, no. So for that side, we lock.
Cannot unlock it. Uh, what we can do is we can go with this, and this way we cannot lock it. So this will be your first, and this is your second. So from the first to second, we increase the dimension. So that is what we are doing. So it should be increasing to this side, but I don't know why it is increased to this side. Not getting the point. Okay, so let me create one line to this. Let me delete all this. Let me see. With this different label. Change. Okay. All right, so it's working because of the uh, drawing pattern. Okay, so you can say that according to the positive direction, it's working. It was working. Okay, so I should draw to this side. Okay, now it is in the positive direction according to this plane. Okay, now if I choose this as a first and this as a second, and if I change this, you see it's taking to this side. Okay, this is a first and this is a second. All right, now let's go with this finish, and what we'll do is align this face. We will be aligned with this. Okay, so AL is the shortcut. We will select this face first, and then we will select this face, and we will select this face, and then select this face. We can lock it now. So according to this face, it will be locked. So you can do that. Okay, now uh, for this, better we don't create with extrusion. We can create with sweep. Okay, we can create with sweep. So let's select the path. Let's pick the path. Okay, so we will pick the path. So this will be the path. Okay, that is the path is selected. Okay, now we will trim it. Okay, and after this we will create the profile. So here you can see this is the uh, plane. This is the work plane. Okay, so your picking 3D edges is done. We'll finish it, and now we go with this edit profile option and create one profile. Okay, all right. Now it will be created till this. Okay, this is done, and then finish it finally, and there you can see it is created till this part. Okay, just let me check edit sweep. So let me show you with this sketch path option now. So Now you can easily sketch. So you set the work plane now. Pick a plane. This is the point. Okay, again set. Pick the plane.
You can directly pick line, bro.
This will work like this because we are having this wall till this, so it will work like this. Okay, so it will be the problem. So you are going with this model in place, casework, click on OK, casework 1, and then you are going with this sweep, and you can set the path like level 1. Let's see. Okay, level 2 I think, or you can pick a plane. Let's select this floor and then this too. This okay, so this is sketch part, and this point to this point and to this point. So sketch path is done, you finish it. Okay, now you go for your profile. So if there is any profile loaded, so you can load it. Okay, now let me show you how you can load it. So you go to your libraries and you can select this. There is nothing, go to English and choose the profiles, and there you can go with this wall sweep, you can select. Okay, let's select with this, and now you select this one, wall sweep. Okay, if it is like this, so you can choose the option and then finish it, and there you can see. Okay, and then even after this also you can change, go to select profile and then change the profile, and then you finish it. Okay, so this way also you can create and assign. And this is not the depth is not assigned yet, so what you can go is select profile, and then you can assign this will be assigning. So select this profile, select the profile, this as a working plane, then assign the dimensions, this, okay. After creating it, you can also assign the dimensions, like to this face, to this face. Okay, and this is a label, and there if you change it, that's because there is, we have to change it to this one. Okay, let's go with this by sketch. Edit the profile. Now let's go with this align dimension. This level width. Okay. Then after this you can go with this finish, and you can apply the width. Click on apply. There you can see the changes. Same like that, you can apply the depth or the height for this. So if you go with this, and if you choose the profile like this one or this one or this one, so for this profile you have you can change the flip, you can change the XY position over there. For this profile cannot apply right now, cannot apply this way, you cannot apply the dimensions when you load it, the profile. Okay, so this is about your in place family. Finish this model, and now let me create one loadable family or external family create. So for that, go to new and family, and then which kind of family you are going to create. So according to that, you have to select the right template file. So you know the family template file we have. So go with English, and there suppose you want to create one door. So for that, you go with this metric door and click on open, and this is the file you are opening. So this is the door family template file. Okay, now you will be saving it as a normal family. Okay, so here you see this is the host. Okay, so door cannot be placed without any host. Okay, and the host will be this door. So that's sorry, the host will be wall. Okay, so that's why this wall is placed within wall. We will always place our doors. All right, so that's why whenever we are creating our door, we will always create with door template. So then we will get this host within this template. So that means it is assigned with the host. Okay, now let me change the view, and there you see. Uh, Let me change it to realistic, and this one is your host. Okay, and you see this is the casing, and this is the casing. Okay, come to level 1. So this is to the exterior side, and this is to the interior side. Okay, so this one I don't need right now. We will create our own casing. Okay, so this is the parameter assigned to this. If you change this, like if you change this, it will be affected. Okay, so if I delete this, we will remove the parameter, but it is listed within this. Okay, here you can see these are listed. So from here we will delete this because we don't need it. Okay, we will create our own. We will delete this. We will delete this. Now here you see these height, width, rough width, this thickness, these cannot be deleted because this is assigned. This is assigned, you can say, sorry, this is assigned to this host, as because this host cannot be deleted, and these parameters also cannot be deleted. Okay, so this is to the host. Okay, these are to the assigned to this host, so these parameters cannot be deleted. Okay, so here you see we have this opening for creating our door. This is the door opening, is already created. Okay, so if I select this and if I delete this, now here you can see we are not having any door opening right now. Okay, so we can create our own. So let's start from the scratch. Okay, so here you see we have some reference planes created, these parameters as created. So let me create all of this from the beginning. Okay, so that you can understand. So this is pinned, so we will not delete this because this is the center plane. Okay, so let's have this. We will delete this one. Okay, and this is your reference plane, so this should be there. We will not delete this also. Okay, now we will delete this one. This cannot be deleted.
So it's locked, no?
Yeah, all right, so let's delete this. Okay, now we are not having anything, and come to reference level, we are not having anything. Okay, so now come to your exterior side, to this exterior elevation. Now for our door we will create width and height. So for that we will go with reference plane. RP is the shortcut. We will go with this pick line option, and let's give it to 750 offset to this side and to this side. Okay, and you can give some name to these planes. Click here and you can give the name. Okay, we will not right now. Let's create another reference plane for height 2100, and we will select this one, and this way we will create it. Now we will assign some dimensions first from this. So always we will select this first and then this first. Okay, because this will be fixed and this will be changed. So let me select this and this, and now we will select this and we will assign like rough height. Okay, now let me change it. So you will see that this reference plane will move like 2200 and enter. Okay, so always which will be fixed, we will select that as a first reference, and then which side will be moved, we will select that side or that surface or that plane secondly. Okay, now for this one, what we will do is we will assign this to this, or you can assign to this side to this side. So then what you have to do is then select this first, center line first, and then this side or this side, whatever, that is not necessary. So selecting this first and right side, or you can go with left side first, and then click on this equal, make it equal. Okay, so now if you change it anything, it will be equally affected. Now let's go with this rough width. Okay, this is your rough width, and now if I change anything, let me change it to 1200. See, it is equally affected, as because we have made it equally from the center. All right. Okay, so this is created right now. Now what we'll do, we will cut our door opening, right? So for that we will go with this void extrusion, and we will create with this rectangular, and we'll select this to this, and if you want to lock it, you can lock it. So better you lock it, because we will be changing the reference plane, and these lines will be associated with this reference plane, so these lines also be affected with this parameter. So you can lock it. Okay, and this, and how much thickness it was having, like 150 mm. It was having this. Okay, so this should be having width. So when you are creating this one, go to create void extrusion. Make sure the reference plane is selected properly, like this as your reference plane exterior is selected, and then you are going to create, can create with rectangle also, no problem. You can go with this align. If this lock sign is not coming, select the reference plane first, then this line first. Select the reference plane first, then the line, the last, then you lock it, and you can give the extrusion end. Okay, and there you see this is the work plane showing you the work plane. And even after choosing the void option from here also, you can make it again solid. So let's see. We have to go with this opening. Okay, so come to exterior, we will delete this, go to create, and we will go with this opening option. Sorry, that is my mistake. Okay, and then we will have this opening over there. Now always check with these options. Let's check that if it is working properly or not. I'm just applying. Okay,
What is the difference?
and then click on apply.
Height and rough height.
Yeah, you know, height we generally calculate, you can say from the floor to the panel. This there will be a panel, right? So panel bottom surface, that we calculate the height, or you can say the panel height, right? And the rough height is the total opening height.
Okay, so masonry, no? Masonry height.
Sorry, I couldn't hear you.
The masonry height is rough height.
Yeah, right. Okay, so let's change it to yeah, this one is not working properly, so we have to fix this one. Okay, so for that, go to edit sketch, go with this align with this and lock it, then go with this finish, and now we will check that it's working properly or not. Let's change it to 2500. Apply. Yeah, now it's working properly. All right, so always check after that. So now we are having fine properties over there. Now what we will do is we will create our casing and our panel and our door jamb. Okay, uh, so how we can create one single profile for our casing. So for that we will go with this sweep option. Okay, so better we'll go with this sweep option. So let's create from the 3D, and let's go with this sweep. And you know how we can create. You can go for this sketch path, or you can go with this pick path. So better you go with this pick path and select this path, select this path, and select this path, and it is done. Finish it. Now we will create our profile. So we can create the profile from this side. Okay, so can create. All right, so this is to the exterior side, so we are creating to the interior side. Okay, now let me create one profile. So for that, what we will do is first we will create our door jamb. Okay, let's create. So here I will create reference plane. Okay, so let's keep the reference plane about offset. Okay, so we will not assign to this side because this profile will be having the profile around this 3D path we have selected. So no need to create reference plane to this side. Okay. Now we will create our profile. Go to edit profile. So we will create this line to this, and how much panel thickness we can give, like 75 we can give. Okay, so accordingly we'll assign. So this is our door jamb profile we have created, and we will always lock with this. Okay, so go to this align, select this, then select this line, lock it, select this reference plane, select this line, lock it, select this and select this line, lock it, select this, lock it, and then you can lock this also. So let me show you how you can lock this. So for that, what you can do is you go with this dimension and there you place it, and then you can lock this dimension. So this two line having this dimensional constant. Okay,
Every line will have to lock it. Like totally can't. Total as a whole door jamb block.
no, we cannot do this here. Okay, and you can apply some fillets over there also. Okay, if you need some fillets, so that you can apply also. Okay, so go with this fillet. Okay, and that is fine. And you always select this and also lock these. So this radius is locked right now. Okay, and then you finish this. You have finished your profile editing option, and then you complete the task. All right, come to 3D, and there you can see it is perfectly created. All right, we'll assign some properties, some materials later. Let's create first. Okay, now we will create our casing. Okay, before creating our casing, let's create width. Okay, so for that, what we'll do is we will lock this one, or what you can do is we can give it as a your width. Okay, so you can create one. So how you can create, go with this new parameter option there. From there also you can create, or else you can select this one, and from this option you can create a parameter. So just create a parameter like door jam width. You can give the type for a parameter or as an instance parameters. So let's go with this type parameter, click on OK, and this is your door jam width. All right. Now what we can do is, this is the width, okay, and this is the rough width, okay. So what we do is we if we need to change only the rough width, so we can link with this width, okay, and if we need to change the width only, so then we can link the rough width. All right. So you can assign another reference plane for that if you need to create width, okay. So reference plane RP is a shortcut, go with 50, okay, and give the dimension to this 50. We'll assign same door jam width for this, and what we will do is we will give this as a width, okay, this as a width. Let's see, yeah, what else? Yeah, so as because this is locked right now, I think let's see, let's go. Why this problem is happening, because we already have assigned this parameter to this, so this is connected with this, and this is also connected with this, okay. So that's why we cannot assign so many parameters to one reference plane, okay. So remove this one, and what you can do is you can align with this surface to this, you can lock this, okay, you can lock this, and let's give this as a parameter width, okay. So yeah, so that's not okay. So what we will do is, so for this case, so we have to keep the plan first, that what we need to change, so according to that we will create. All right. So what we could do is, we will not apply this. What we will do is we will apply this to this. This is as a rough width. It is first. So this as a rough width. Let me check. Let's not change this, so we will not affect anything. So let's not apply this. Now let's apply the rough width over there. and after that we should make it equal this problem shouldn't be coming. Okay, this is locked because of that probably. Let me see. Let me change this to rough width. Okay, I'm having the same problem over there again. Okay, that's because these or else what we can do is let's apply to this this is equal select this and give it width. We'll give it to like 1400, enter, and we will change the width, right? So for that what we'll do is, if we cannot give this as a rough width, so that's the problem. That will be the problem. Cannot give it to more. What's the problem is there? Okay, now let me see that if you can give the door jam also or not. Door jam width. Oh. Select torsion width. Reference planes are being over constant. Let me come to this exterior and let me see that if we can change this. Let me see if I can change. The rough width is already there. Okay, so I think, yeah. Right. So rough width is already applicable, already applied. This is already applied. Okay, so I couldn't see that, so that's why. Okay, so it is already, rough width is already applicable. All right, rough width is already applicable. So now what we can do is, this is your width and this is your rough width. Okay, so now what we can do is you can come to this and you can make connection with this door jam width, like rough width minus width. Okay, so that will be locked. Okay, and it will be divided by 2. So okay, and apply, click on okay. So you have to apply the door jam width. So you can come to edit, sweep, and you can apply over there also this. This door jam width you can apply over there. Finish edit. Okay, and this is done. Now let's create the casing profile. Okay, to the exterior and interior both side. So let's create from this 3D view. Come to sweep, and let's go with this pick path option. Make sure you are selecting the right edge. Done. And next what you can do is go with this load profile, or else you know how you can create new profile. So let's load profile. Now what you can do is you can come to profiles and then come to finish carpentry, and then from here you can choose any of the profile. So let's select this profile, casing profile. So whatever you like you can choose from here. So let's go with this casing profile 1 and click on open, and then come to this one, and there we will go with this. Okay, so 88.9 by 17.47 millimeter. Here you can see this is the profile. Now what you can do is you can flip it. Okay, so you can flip this to this direction. Okay, now it will be to this. Okay, so what we can do is come to flip, and it is to this opposite direction. It will be, you cannot mirror this one. Okay, so you never can mirror this one like this way. You cannot mirror. Okay, because this will be selected as well, so that's why you cannot okay, so you can uncheck this one, and without that copy you can mirror it. And let's now let's do this. Select it, uncheck this copy, and then select this as a reference or the mirror axis. Okay, and now you can do this, or else what you can do is that this is like this is like this. Okay, and what you can do is you can give the angle. Okay, so there you can give like 180 angle you can give. Okay, so now let's change it from this position to this position. Okay, so here you can measure from this point to this point, you can measure. So This is the plane. So 63.9. So we will move that. So how we can move that? So here we have this horizontal offset and vertical offset. So we will go with this vertical option. So then it will be moving to this side, and if you want to move towards this side, so then you go with this horizontal offset. So let's go with this, like minus 64. Okay, so it's moving, it will be positive 64. So here it is perfect for this side, and make it done. Come to this 3D, and there you can see we are having this. Okay, now to this side also the same. So go with this create sweep, then select pick path option, sweep edge, then this edge, then this edge, finish, then come to this profile, and then go with this selection, flip 180 degree. Okay, and how much you need to change? Just this, like 38.9. Okay, so we'll move it this vertical offset, that is 38.9, or you can use 39. Okay, great, done. Need to change it. Okay, this is also applied to this side. Change the parameters and let's see. Yeah, it is applicable. So we have to make the connection with this rough width and width. So we cannot change it both like this way. Okay. So the door jam is applicable over there. So what we will do is we will select width plus width plus door jam width, door jam width 2. Okay, so this is locked right now, so you will be changing the width only. Okay, so let's change it to like 1200, apply. So here it is applicable, and you see that rough width is changed. Okay, and you can change this door jamb width. So according to that, rough width will be changed also. Okay, so 75, and here you see this is applicable. Okay, all right. Okay, this so the same way you can assign height and rough height also. So that thickness you can apply over there. Okay, you can come to exterior side. You can give this as a rough height, right? So RP reference plane, pick line 50. Okay, uh, the name. Okay, this as a height. We're assigning this as a height. Okay. So now what we will do is we will connect the rough height with this. Okay, and make this as a rough height. So what we'll do is we will connect this. This will be locked like this way. Can make it locked, or what else you can do is you can make this as a parameter over there. Okay, so better what you can do is a similar way you can give. So don't assign this. All right, like this way you assign it, select it. This will be your door jamb width, and now come to this, and the same way you change it to the rough height. This height, control C, or let's control C. Here you type height plus will be into no, not into 2 for this one. This will be there. Okay, so apply. Now if you change the height only, let's change it to 2100 and apply, and there you see, you can see this as a rough height. Okay, so these things you will not be changing, but the value you can get. Okay, so this way you can link it with this formula and apply. Okay, all right, so you can assign it to this side also, so that this is properly visible. So with this you can drag it. Okay, you can drag this too also. All right, and now I will give you the task to create panel. Okay, and complete this. I will just show you that how you can assign material. So here you see, when you select this as this material, here you can just simply assign the material, but you need to assign parameters. So then you will have the parameter uh, within this properties palette. So let's create this as a casing material. This as a type or instance you can choose. Click on OK. OK. All right. This as a casing material, and this one you can select. Come to this one, associate family parameter, and then you can create. So from here also you can create, or from here also you can create. Okay, so this as a create new parameter. So what you have to do is discipline is common, group parameter under material, so that you will be choosing materials and finishes. Okay, and then type parameter is your material. Okay, that you will be selecting, and then you give the name like door jam material. Click on OK, and that is you're having it. Okay, apply and OK. So you see from here also you're having this as a door jam material. So in this list also you're having it. So you have assigned it door jam material, and this is selected. Come to this, and this you will be applying it. Okay, so this as a casing material, it is selected. Okay, now what to do is come to this load into project, and you have loaded within this project. Now see, you're placing it, you're having it properly, but you are not getting these plan symbol, this 2D plan symbol. You are not getting this, right? So you need that also, correct? So for that, what you can do, I'll show you that later. So now just let me show you that if it is working properly or not. Select this, go with this box view, or BX is a shortcut, and this is the door you have created. So I haven't created the panel, so you can create the panel. You know, I'm giving you that task. So just see the properties. The seal height is available. Come to its edit type, and there you can see this casing material is there, door jam material is there. So just like this, you can change the material. Okay. Finish. Okay. Okay. Apply. Okay. And there you see this is applicable. Okay. Now let's come to this family over there, and you need to add the plan door plan symbol, right? So for that, come to this annotate tab, and there you have this symbolic line. Okay, and then you assign the subcategory. So subcategory is for your opening cut. All right, so this is the line. Okay, so here you must give this value. Okay, so that what is the width right now, so you are going to give the rough width, so value is 1300.
Sorry to
Assign
interrupt.
it. Yeah,
Can we continue this tomorrow?
yeah, just 5 minutes more. So this and this, go with this. Okay, so again from this point to point we will assign, just a minute, let me do this HI. Point to this point we will assign this dimension, and we will label it as a rough width. Okay, this is a rough width, and let's change the width or the rough width. Let's change the width value over there, 1500. Apply, and there you see it's working properly. Correct. Let's go with this and load into project. As because it is already loaded, so you are overwriting the existing version and its parameter values. Even if you have changed any parameters value, then go with this option. Just you have changed the model or the geometric values, so then go with this. Okay, now here you can see you're having this. Okay, and you can change with this. All right, so this is how we will create our door families, and you can create your window families also. So this is all about your family and how you can create your families. Okay, and one more thing, that is in this level 1 you are having this panel and this casing. So if you don't want to bring this within your plan, so for that what you do is you select these things, select this, these things you selected. Okay, and then come to this visibility settings, and there where you don't want to see it, so uncheck those. Like plan, in plan you don't want to see it, when cut in plan you don't want to see it. Okay, and click on OK, and you again bring it to, and there you are not having those. Okay, so you can also create lines like this also, or else you can create one single line. Okay, so that's how we will create our family. So this is all for today's class.